Hello and welcome to another episode of the Sunday Interview. My guest today is a sports icon. He's an African legend in the game of basketball, a former NBA star, an Olympian and Laurels Global Ambassador. You'll be meeting my guest after this time out. I am Azizat Olaoluwa. Stay with us. Welcome back. My guest today has achieved a lot in the world of basketball. He's a former captain of Nigeria's basketball national team and he's the only African player to ever feature in all basketball tournaments on the global stage. He's currently serving as a board member at the Nigerian Basketball Federation. I am talking about Olumide Oyedeji. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me here today.
All right. First off, tell us all about you. How was growing up like?
Probably growing up, kind of just grew up playing soccer. Basketball never been my number one sport. Yeah. So I was probably, when I was growing up, played about Benis Cup, youth from Lanio under 13. Played for Morningstar Football Club in Ibadan. I played for Alabi Babes, Diola Babes, and that was growing up. Then I get to secondary school. I was still playing soccer. I was a runner, I was a sprinter, I was a quarter miler, long jumper, volleyball player, tennis, badminton, jack of all trades. And actually basketball was my last sport. So, and I just said, you know what? I started basketball actually like a wasting all my time. As a young man, as a young boy rather, just try to get a lot of energy, just try to do something. So I saw basketball. Because my unit, I went to great secondary school in Ibadan, one of the greatest in Nigeria then, which was Loyola College Ibadan. So, my classroom for all my 4, 5 years in the school was just around the basketball court, and basketball was in the middle. So anytime I was in the class during the break time, you're gonna keep looking outside like, okay, the basketball court. So that's how I just pick up basketball, gradually I had an interest. Then I got to one of the greatest university in the world, which was OAU, Obafemi Awolowo University, greatest Ife. So then that was actually developed more interest. Because it was funny, when I got there, they had a lot of great basketball players. I never made a school team. They never gave me a chance to even practice with a school team.
Now, so growing up, because from what you just told us, it was obvious that you were a busy child growing up. So did you at any point have friends, childhood memories aside sports that you hold dear?
Yes, definitely. Probably I made a lot, tons of them. Probably just growing up I was born into the very dedicated, devoted Christian homes, my mother. I was forced to go to church, and I probably had a busy schedule. I had to go from morning, at that time we have a school 1 and school 2. School 1 is the one that started at 7 a.m. I finish about 12:30. So from there, finish 12:30, get home, try to get something to eat. I have to go to the lesson. From lessons, and then I have to go to church from 6 o'clock. So from there, I try to sneak around. I would come back again from church in the evening. I have to go to night vigil again.
Wow.
So if I don't go to church, I will not eat. So if I don't go to night vigil or I sleep at the night vigil, my mom, she's not gonna give me money to eat, but she will give me money to go to school for transport. So it was kind of balance it up, but growing up, my parents never knew the level I played basketball really up to. You know, it was kind of tough. And at the same time, growing up, a lot of difficulties. A lot of people doesn't believe that was the time I actually stopped going to school for 3 years.
Really? What happened?
Yes, nothing happened. I never knew what I was doing. So I was just running around the streets. It's just a very tough revelation. People didn't believe things were difficult. I didn't know what I was doing. I wanted to go back to school. After 4 years out, my mom said, no, you know, she's not going to waste her time. Because then I was going, my mom, she went going up and down, go to church. We would go to different mountains, praying, cry in the middle of the night. I wanted me to be a better person. Probably as the only son in the family, I have 5 sisters. It was kind of just tough, but when I decided I want to go back to school, it was a friend that actually inspired me. So I wanted to be his friend. It was like he came from a wealthy home, so that I'm not going to be a friend to somebody who's not going to school. So I was like, wow. I had intention to go to school. I said, okay. So I went back to school, which is Michael Adelakum, they call it Adelakum. So I was like, okay. When my mates were in like from 3, from 4, I had to go back to primary 6.
Wow.
So that I could actually go back to school. So when all these things started, I couldn't really focus a little bit. I couldn't really get money to go to school, whatever. So I had to actually go do bus conductor.
Right.
Yes, on Saturday and Sunday. So I could get money to go to school Monday to Friday. So that was how things are.
And today everything is plain history. So how did you venture into professional basketball?
On October 31st, 1995, I just came out there. I read newspapers a lot, you know, like free readers club. So I was reading newspapers and I saw 4 of my schoolmates. They got to receive an award. When they received an award, it was just like, wow, these people can receive this award. I can do the same thing. So I saw them every time. They're not better than me. They have 2 hands. I have 2 hands. You know. So because of my background, that was December 31st. If I don't go to church all year round, which I do go, I must go to church 31st of December. So to pray against the new year, that was how I brought up. I went out there, I was like, God, I don't want anything new. It's you I'm talking to now. I want these next years to be the year of my breakthrough in basketball. I want you to bless me so I could bless other people. I want you to bless me so I could change life. I want you to use me so people can glorify you through me. So at least to be an example for others that you're worthy to be praised. So I did that, and from then, I never looked back.
Wow.
Then I played for Customs. Despite the fact obstacles, went here and there. Then I got employed by Customs, Nigerian Customs. Then after just a few months, after the Ebon Comets, my dream team, and Islanders, which were not the best team, were like, oh, we want you to come. I was like, no. So I decided to join Ebon Comets, which was like the turnaround of my basketball career. So I learned from Coach Ayodele Bakare. From nowhere, I became the MVP of Nigerian League. From nowhere, I became the talk of the country. From nowhere, when they already made a team list of the Nigerian national team, I got invited to the national team. And from there, nowhere, I went to World University Games. Despite that, I never had the chance to play for my university.
Wow.
And I left school then and became the best players in the world, an MVP. So that was how everything picked up. From there to Russia, Germany. Now I started my journey Waka.
All right. So did you have a nickname growing up or at any point playing basketball or now?
Oh, wow. I have a different nickname. You know, like when you were in school, people start calling you different. Oh, Olumides. Yeah, that's from Olumide. Oh, yeah, Olumide. Then when I get to America, they call me, you know, I mean, America, they kind of try to always find a shortcut to call your names. Okay. Double O. So which actually came to man number 00. Okay. Olumide Oyedeji. So then from there, big O. Double O, so Nigerian or Olumide call the Olu.
Okay, what's your favorite food?
Favorite food? I mean, I'm probably, to just be precise, I'm a typical bush Nigerian man, African man. I love my African food. Okay. I'm not really used to, I'm not a big fan of this thing, but I just try to watch what I eat. But growing up, pounded yam, I love, let me just say all my African food.
Do you drink alcohol?
Never, ever. And I don't think I would never.
Never tasted alcohol?
Never. Probably, no, I could just say tasted because my mother had a restaurant when I was young. So anytime I opened the beer, I tried to taste the bottle, the cap. That was the best thing I did. But I never drank any alcohol, but everything still go to my Christian background. When I was young, you keep telling you have to make covenant with God. I had two things that I always asked for in church when I was young. Two things. I said I want God to make me like a King Solomon. Give me knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's all what I was asking for my childhood.
Well,
I never asked for money. I never asked for, this is what I want to. I say, God, I want you to make me like King Solomon. The second one, it's funny. I was like a young man, say, I would rather die than either drink or smoke.
So how then do you relax? Because you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't club. So how do you relax?
I love my music. I love cooking. I love cleaning. Probably just be around my people, be a mentor, watching Nigerian movies, read my Bible, and play basketball. That's already a big time job already.
Talk about using music to relax as well. So what kind of music is your favorite?
I love my Nigerian music, no doubt, anytime, any day.
Old school, new school, all school?
I love old school. Why? Because they're all inspirational songs. No, not like the young men that are singing nowadays. They're singing, do their thing, they're having fun. But the music back in the days are messages. I mean, part of what I used to kind of just do is like a Yoruba, like they call it Easy Sahaba. That thing was just like, there's one song you just, anytime I'm in trouble or I'm down, always come to my head. He said, ladies and gentlemen, listen to my message. No matter your sorrow, no matter your struggle, the Lord is your hope. Continue with your prayers. Continue with your prayers. Continue with your struggle. The downfall of a man is not the end of his life. By praying to God, by struggling for life, sooner or later you shall overcome your problem. Yeah, Thank you. So, I mean, this kind of song like that, it's kind of things that kind of just, kind of inspiration when you're singing Sunny Ade, when they play like, Ajomo Aolu Asimidele. So it just all those kind of songs. Just like
minister to you.
Minister to you.
So let's talk about your marriage now. How did you meet your wife, and how did she feel about you? So tall. I imagine she looks at you like this.
Oh well, I probably just believe it was a God sent. My goal, my aim, growing up, I was like, oh, you know what? I want to marry a foreigner. Because I say I love mixed kids. I love, wow, beautiful. But when I kind of just started, when I got out there, I was like, wow. I will skip that. Anyway.
Would love to hear that story.
Oh, well, probably I just believe like, let me just tell you the other side of it. The other side, I'm going to skip one, tell you one. I kind of just believe like, the African women look more beautiful when they get set to and everything's okay when they 30 plus. They keep going and they keep blooming. I will leave the other side.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. So then I just look at myself as a typical African man. And my marriage will never be successful if I marry a foreigner. I probably meant to be, I try to adjust. But my wife used to say, you're just American or Western word outside, but Bushi Ibadan Yoruba Jesha man inside.
How did you meet her? Where did you meet her?
I met her in London. In London, because I just realized that I'm probably into my culture, and I respect my people, and I don't want a situation where my wife is going to come and just try to say we have equal right. I respect them, so things are different. So that's why I just say, you know what, but me and my wife, I know I want to marry Nigerian because I'm there. Also because of my mother. My mother, she always felt in this situation every time she got emotional, like where she grew up, she never had a chance to go to school. Her parents never sent her to school, and she got emotional sometimes, and because the only son of my family, I know that I'm going to be under a lot of pressure, and I want that communication to be with my mom and my parents and my wife. I mean, I don't want to be the interpreter. I don't want to be the mediator. So, and I just wanted to, and she always said, please, 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 I don't want you to marry a foreigner. Please, I don't want to. So I just like for all what she passed through, and if I have to do that for her, I will, and to make her happy, and to make myself happy, because even in my house right there now, we're in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ibadan land, Oshun culture, and I don't speak English in my house.
Really?
Yes, I don't speak English to my kids.
So they can speak Yoruba?
Everybody understood Yoruba. The two eldest ones speak very well, for sure. The two girls, they speak about
Still learning anyway.
35, but they understand 85.
I still have some more questions for you, but we need to go on a short break at this time. I have been speaking with Olumide Oyedeji. He's the former captain of Nigeria's basketball team. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Glad to have you back. I've been speaking with Olumide Oyedeji, an iconic basketball player, not just in Nigeria, but on the world stage. And he's been talking to me about his life journey so far. Thank you for staying with me on the show.
Thank you for having me. A pleasure being around you.
All right. Okay, let's talk about your foundation, which you have been using to help youths. How did you start that, and what inspired you to start it?
The part of this foundation was my confidence, my desire and questions that I have from God, that God gave me an answer. So that I want to bless people, I want to sow to life. I'm someone that I love giving back to the community. So because when I saw what happened, the way I grew up, I never wanted any other. I tried to use my life to inspire others, for self-belief, dedication, desire, perseverance, discipline, hard work. That there's no shortcut to success. So that was why in the year 1999, I started 2000, when I was, the person who actually inspired me was the Dikembe Mutombo. So I saw the Dikembe, he built a hospital for his people. And I'm like, wow, I don't have money to be a hospital. I didn't make that much money. I don't make money to be a hospital, but it inspired me in other ways of life. So that was why I just started with Olumides Youth Foundation in year 2000. I said, let me use basketball as a tool, you know, so to make them believe in themselves and education-wise, and to have things done in a better way. From the year 2000 up to this moment, I've had over 45,000 youth all over the world that have gone through this foundation. There'll always be a life after basketball. So most kids, they don't want to go to school. So, and I came out with different program under the umbrella of foundation. That's why I came out with a intercollegiate basketball championship, which give back to Oops and Read basketball team, which I have right now, which about 85% of my players are students. So then I have another program called Read to Succeed, Readers to be Leaders. Then a youth empowerment, that's a Bright Future Leadership and Empowerment program. So through career talk, motivational speech, and all those things. Then I have the other one, which is the reach to, I already said the reach to succeed. And then I want drop out, drop in. For the kids who drop out of school, to drop in. So all these things came with the one thing I call it, because I believe it. Education make you super.
Indeed.
Talent make you a star. Education plus talent make you a superstar. There's always life after basketball.
Now, you were the first Nigerian and then the third African to get honored with the Laurels Global Ambassador honor. Let's just put it that way. How did you feel?
It was a great thing, a great honor to be Laurel Ambassador. The third African, the first Nigerian. I mean, they must see something special in you, because that's not just for anybody. To be alongside with Roger Miller, to be alongside with, I forgot her name, the lady from Morocco, the first Olympian, the fourth medalist from Africa. I mean, I was speechless, and it became a challenge to me because I became Oliver Twist. So I have to just do more from there. I became a FIBA ambassador, the only two ambassadors in the world for FIBA. For me to be a FIBA ambassador, you're like, wow. So then I became an NBA ambassador. They must see something in you. So that means like, you have to just, also a challenge. Them just like musicians I used to say, Tupac, all eyes on me. So, and I must take a good example. I'm going to kind of just be the best I could be. And great feelings, but it's a challenge, but it's a motivation as well.
All right, so you led D Tigers to victory in 2015. How did that feel? That was the first victory, right? Goals.
Oh, that was the first Afro-Basket gold. But before that, the first gold was I still led the team in 2011 in the men's basketball championship in All African Games in Maputo. That was, I believe that was it. That was the top of my, one of the top of my career, because I've been there 4 times, and I've been at the podium 4 times, but the gold went all the way. 97, 99, 2003. I've been at the podium, and it went all the way. So, and that was the only thing that left for me that I have not achieved. Playing the Olympics, World Cup, NBA, really, I've done it all. But that was the last thing, was a tear of joy. You know, like, okay, yes, I'm fulfilled. After 9 tryouts, I played Afro-Basket 9 times. That was my 18th year play for the Nigerian national team.
Okay, was that why it was comfortable for you to retire a year later from the national team?
I didn't tell you I retired.
Oh, to leave? Okay, let's just to leave the team.
So I'm not yet. If I retire, I'm sure you're gonna know anyway. I'm still gonna.
The national team, because
I mean the national team.
You don't play anymore for the national team, do you?
I mean, you never know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Michael Jordan came back.
Okay.
Who told you I can't come back?
Okay, so why did you leave the team then?
Oh, probably I just believe voluntary. I just believe I have to just leave the team so the young shall grow. I mean, I don't want to be like a typical Nigerians. Like, I mean, how would the young grow when the old refuse to grow? I mean, how would the young grow when they became old like them? Or will the young grow if young is going to pray for old to die before them to grow? So I probably believe it's the right time after 19 years. There's nothing I want to give. Nothing else.
Okay, let's talk about some of the clubs you played for. You played for how many clubs, and which ones stand out even till today?
How many clubs? Jay. My friend will say Chineke me. Oh well, I played for a lot of teams. I started played for Nigerian Customs, played for the Comets. We turned around my career. I played in Moscow for Dynamo Moscow. Then I played for DJKS Oliver Würzburg in Germany 2 years. Then I got drafted to the NBA. Played for Seattle Supersonics. Played with Orlando Magic. Played with Atlanta Hawks. Played in Greece for Olympiacos. Then played in Greece. I played in Slovenia. Played in China. Played in Italy. Played in Spain. Played in Jordan.
Wow.
Played in Italy, Spain. The Portugal. I played in London. I played in South Korea. Played in China for years. Played in Puerto Rico. Played in Israel.
Half of the world? Let's just say you
I
played
play all the continent. Let me say at least I played for about 25 teams.
Wow.
In 15 countries, 15 different countries.
Okay, so while playing for these teams, which opponent was the most difficult for you?
Oh, wow. Probably playing against my biggest brother was tough. Everybody bring different things. Played against Akeem Olajuwon, who was in his prime of his career. Played against Shaquille O'Neal, Kelvin Garnett, Tim Duncan, David Robinson. Played against Michael Jordan, was a dream comes true. Ah. So, it was kind of just this thing. And I've also played with Hall of Famers, like Gary Payton, Vin Baker, Tracy McGrady, Grant Hills, Ray Allen. All those guys kind of just play with it in the epic. Duck Nowitzki, and we grew up together. So it was kind of just stuff.
All right, so what do you want to be remembered for?
I just want to be remembered for who Olumide is. I want to be remembered for what I do, which is basketball. I want to remember for how I used to put a smile on the faces, and I want to see these young kids growing up become someone in life. And I've been in the places which at times I felt crying, emotional. I've been in a place that somebody came up to me. I have a different experiences. Someone came up to me like, he just came to prostrate. I was like, ooh, he came with his wife. And this is my wife in the mall, like, yes, sorry. So you're Olumide? I say, yes. I said, I just want to say thank you. Say, what? You said, because you said something to me. And from that day, I had it because I said that you said, practice make perfect was wrong. And he challenged me. And I told him, I said, perfect practice makes perfect.
All right, before we go, we would need you to throw a loop. Is that what it's called?
Okay, I can just shoot the ball.
Okay, shoot the
are you
ball.
ready to? Where's the basketball? Just you go.
Where do?
Yeah, except you want to shoot. You can shoot on that card. Okay, let's go.
Okay,
okay,
definitely.
Just a little bit. That's the basket. You see, she made the basket.
Give
me 5.
Yes, that's it. Taking up a career in basketball.
I see that. Yes, that's true.
Just join the Tigers, right?
Why not?
Oh, anything is possible.
Just shoot one more time. Let me see.
Let's see.
I'm sure that now you get skills.
I'm displaying my talent here.
Yes, you see, good basket. Yes, that's a 4-pointer, not even 3-pointer.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much for coming onto the show to talk to us about your life generally.
Thank you very much for having me here. So don't forget, so let's get your shoes, get your sneakers.
Indeed. I'm going to change this to sneakers, and then I'll hit the football. Oh, basketball.
Basketball.
Court.
So then maybe, you know what, maybe you can even make it to the World Championship. In Spain.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Okay, don't worry. I'll be your manager then.
All right. With that, we've come to the end of the show for today. My guest was Olumide Oyedeji. He's the former captain of Nigeria's basketball team and is currently serving as a board member in the Nigerian Basketball Federation. We would like to hear from you. You can send your comments and inquiries to the Sunday interview at tvcnews.tv. Until I come your way next time, I am Azizat Olaoluwa. Bye for now.